This week we have started learning JavaScript, which means for now we are finished with PHP. PHP made me feel like this. JavaScript makes me feel like this. That's not to say that JavaScript doesn't have its fair share of bullshit. We learned about different data types in JavaScript, and one of them was a string, and one of them was a number. My teacher was like, right, these are the different types of number. You have decimals, positive numbers, negative numbers, and also a thing called nan. What's nan? Nan is a type of number. It stands for not a number. It's a type of Today he told us about dry, which stands for don't repeat yourself, and we had quite a lot of fun trying to make him say that as many times as we could. What was that again? Don't repeat. And what was the dry? So does that stand for something? Yeah, it stands for don't repeat yourself. It stands for what? So much fun. When we first started the course, we would come in to class and this guy would open the window up. I thought, yeah, fair enough, he cycled to class and it's hot out, you know. But I like it as warm as possible all the time. I don't want to feel a breeze. And I just figured that as it got colder, he would stop doing that. But he hasn't. And it's got to the point where me and Maureen have a theory that he is a penguin. Because he'll just barrel in, morning everyone, like up with this window. And okay, I sit, you know, the opposite side of the window, so that's not too bad. But I still like don't want it to be that cold. Anyway, I walked in yesterday morning and another guy was in my seat. What's going on? We all had our like fixed desks, and he was like, we're all switching round. The teacher, like throughout the course, apparently he switches us all around a couple of times, make sure we sit next to people we haven't sat next to before. The only space left was right in front of the fucking window. I now have the power. I am the gatekeeper. I'm going to shut this bloody window. So I shut it, and then less than 5 minutes later, this woman sits down next to me. She's been moved as well. She now sits next to me. I went, oh, all right, mate, we're like desk buddies. This is cool. She went, who shut the window and opened it up? There's two of them now. There are two people that want the window open, so now I'm a minority. At lunchtime, we're sort of complaining a bit. Going, oh, I can't believe she wants the window open. It's like, why can't the people that want to be the warmest be the people who sit the furthest away from the window? And she walked in and said, oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were having trouble. There's some blankets in there. So I took a picture today, and I swear this is true. This is what I look like learning to code. I've got a blanket over my shoulders and a blanket like that lays over. I look like I'm in a nursing home. Now the other problem is that on the other side of me, I'm now sat directly next to the bad website guy, which means I'm finding it very hard to focus. The teacher will show us things like, this is a really elegant way that you can write a function in JavaScript, but bear in mind, you should only do this for really short functions because it's very messy to read. And then he went, and then there was me. For some reason, and I didn't notice this until I've been moved, there's two main boards that the teacher uses, like whiteboards, to write on. And then there's another really small whiteboard, which is directly behind his seat. So I walked into lunch today, and he was just sat in the class on his own. He went, oh good, I'm glad you're here, we can start the meeting. And he pointed at the board. Here's a picture of the board. He's drawn like a planning board for tasks that he wants to do for the bad website. Like, this is things in progress, and this is when it's done. We have a regular board like that for our actual classwork, and each of us has a Lego avatar of ourselves, which we use. So we have like tasks up, and then we pin the Lego avatar on whatever we're doing, so everyone in the room can see what we're up to at any time. And this is my one. He's wearing Poe Dameron's jacket from Star Wars, just like ready for action. This is my new one for the Bad Websites Association board, and I think you'll agree it looks appropriate for that. I know that most of you have already got this who like backed it on Kickstarter, but this is the like finished version of Sophia Legacy. Why don't we do a little unboxing? It's been about 4 to 5 minutes, so that's about the time unboxing videos actually get around to opening the fucking box. Brilliant. Admittedly, people don't usually open it at an angle like I just did. So it starts with these instructions that I'll just summarise. This is a legacy game, which means the decisions you make during games will affect future games. So you may be asked to like destroy cards or draw on them and like permanently change them. This is so cool, and it's kind of hard for me to show you this game because Danny and I have like put it all together in kind of like a campaign. So you have all these like secret envelopes. So open this one when you're ready to start playing. Open this one after game 4, and so on. There's loads of envelopes. There's also like a bunch of secret envelopes that you have to do certain challenges to open. And it's sort of like DLC in a video game. Like you get all these extra cards and like different challenges and stuff. It's so fun, and it is all the Kickstarters have been like fulfilled and now is available for sale. If you like games, one of the things that has been really important to me recently is trying to have fun things to do that don't involve screens, because I'm programming full time and I want to not also be staring at screens in my leisure time. And it's made me appreciate card games and board games kind of with a whole new perspective, right? This is really fun. It doesn't cost that much. If you want to get it, ServioCards.com. We don't have that many, so if you're thinking like maybe you'll get it or get it for someone for Christmas or something, just grab it now while we have them available, and you won't regret it. It's like a seriously good game. Your deck like will end up by the end of the game being completely different to someone else's. Yeah, it's sick, and I'm super proud of it. So again, if you want to get that, ServioCards.com is the place.